Stories with twisty, turny plots have always had a huge appeal. With genre conventions making it easy to predict where much of what we see will go, it's exciting when we're taken on more of a wild ride. For this reason, stories with non-linear plots, shocking twists, and completely unique premises with complex storyline, adding more layer to the shows. It creates narratives that are intentionally mind-bending. More often than not, this actually adds to the rewatch value because it keeps viewers guessing and encourages them to really think about what they're watching. It is definitely a successful formula, as many shows in the sci-fi genre have adopted this form of storytelling to create intricate worlds wherein nothing is as it seems. These are the most layered and complex TV shows ever made, which are intentionally complex so as to keep the viewer hooked.
In this world, you can be whoever you want.
Westworld Season 1. It's a beautifully layered story about the dawn of artificial intelligence, where the androids are becoming more emotional as they gain consciousness, and humans are becoming more homicidal as they lose their humanity. In a theme park world where human actions are devoid of any consequences, as machines evolve by self-learning, they are becoming more enlightened than their creators. It is widely believed that first season is one of the best TV shows ever. I believe that second season is up there too. It's not as perfect as the first, but still, it was mind-blowing, touching, and made my brain hurt in a good way. Season 3 and Season 4, you can skip it if you want. If you're a sci-fi fan and you haven't seen this yet, then stop what you're doing and go watch it immediately.
You ever see something like this?
No, sir.
True Detective Season 1. This murder mystery TV show is an anthology series with each season set in a different location, with different characters, and independent from the others. It has 4 seasons, but the first season of True Detective is among the best television series I've ever seen. Season 1 is centered on 2 Louisiana detectives, played by Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson, and their investigation of a particularly disturbing murder. A brilliant first season filled with great suspense, great characters, stunning cinematography, and a hooking plot. It's gory and a perfect example of crime TV having reached its peak. There is no episode I can mention which disappointed me in any way. The quality of these episodes are consistent. It is a crime, mystery with undertones of horror, which I'd recommend to anyone. The world-building, grittiness, and engaging plot is enough to make this one of my favorite TV season of all time. Mad Men. This show is beautifully crafted in every aspect. A classic American drama. I love the writing, the production, the casting, the soundtrack, and the complex, nuanced characters, portrayed so humanly. Layers on layers of riveting character development echoed across all 7 seasons, using the advertisement industry as a conduit to showcase an eventful era in the late 50s through 60s. So, if those of you do not know what the show is about, it is set in the 1960s and focuses on the advertising agency business of Sterling Cooper. The main character of the show is Don Draper, who is a creative director of the agency who is good at his work. At the same time, he's also a womanizer and an alcoholic. He also has family, a wife, Betty Draper, and has 2 young children. Even though the show focuses on Don Draper, it also revolves around the other principal characters such as Peggy Olson, Pete Campbell, Joan Holloway, and Roger Sterling, to name a few. These characters also have their own story arc and are fleshed out in the series. Mad Men also revolved around themes like masculinity, sexism, racism, misogyny, identity, and the cultural workplace, which made it feel authentic. The show is also known for depicting historical events and its authentic realism of what 1960s America was like, as people view that era as the good old days are beautiful. If there was ever a show that embodied the bad, the good, and the ugly side of a human, it would be Mad Men.
Hello, my name is Mark S. And I have, of my own free accord, elected to undergo the procedure known as severance.
Severance. Severance is a gripping masterpiece that completely redefines the thriller genre with its unique premise and deeply engaging narrative. The show, brilliantly crafted by Ben Stiller and Dan Erickson, intricately weaves suspense, drama, and psychological depth into a story that not only entertains but also provokes profound thought about work-life balance and identity. The series is set in the eerie, hyper-sterile world of Lumon Industries, where employees have undergone a severance procedure to surgically divide their work and personal memories. The concept is both chilling and fascinating, exploring the extremes of corporate overreach and personal sacrifice. Each episode masterfully builds tension and layers of mystery, making it nearly impossible to stop watching. Severance is an amazing show with a lot of potential in the upcoming seasons. It's stunning, the story is fresh and fleshed out and presented equally beautifully. Severance is a show you will regret missing.
Just go back to sleep. Go wake up. Don't anybody wake up. Go to sleep. Go back to...
The Leftover. The Leftovers is about a whole bunch of broken people and whether or not they deserve redemption. 3 years before the story starts, 2% of humanity disappeared off the face of the earth with no explanation given, and we follow a small group of people and delve into their messed up lives. This is maybe one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. You're dragged into an intense emotional journey chronicling a band of characters that are coping with a singular earth-shattering event that has forever changed their ways in different ways. Where do we go from here? Is there an afterlife? How do we bring back the departed? How do I deal with the grief? Simply amazing story.
Close your eyes. This is such stuff as dreams are made of.
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, a very famous series that really deserves all the praise it gets. The story begins as special FBI agent Dale Cooper comes to the little town of Twin Peaks to investigate the murder of the local beauty, Laura Palmer. As the series proceeds, Laura's killer is eventually found, and the main plot line turns and twists to eventually end in a place where you would never expect it to be. Twin Peaks must be one of the best TV series of all time, since even today, 30 years after its first run, there is still nothing like it. This truly unique blend of mystery, comedy, and horror with surreal undertones and deeper layers of symbolism manages to be hilarious, touching, and disturbing altogether. The music, characters, dialogues, and storylines, the visually arresting sequences, the unmistakable directorial approach, everything about the series is so out of this world. Peculiar and timeless, the mysteries of Twin Peaks are irresistible and open to interpretation.
This place is different. Special.
You have only 3 choices. Run. Hide. Or die.
Lost. Simply one of the most extraordinary pieces of art ever made. It demonstrates how ambitious, brilliant, and transcendental the serial format can be. In 120 episodes, this sci-fi fantasy drama explores themes of fate, coincidence, morality, religion, science, and so many other complex ideas with perfect storytelling, character development, filmmaking, and performances. Energetic, fast-paced, intense, awesome, moving, and thought-provoking all at once. The TV series Lost tells the story of a group of survivors from a plane crash who find themselves stranded on a mysterious island. They are forced to work together for their survival when they realize that they are not alone on the island. An absolutely hypnotic and addictive show. One of the most mind-blowing, unforgettable journeys in the history of film. There is nothing like it, and there never will be.
Employee number ER280652. Just a regular cybersecurity engineer, but I'm a vigilante hacker by night.
Mr. Robot. This show keeps on evolving. It starts on a simpler tone introducing us to Elliot Alderson, a corporate techie in day and a white hat hacker at night, and to him, us the viewers are his imaginary friend. We embark on the journey of Elliot, an unreliable narrator, and dive deep into mind while he leads a revolution. This show's is 10 out of 10. One of the best shows you'll ever seen in your life. Best story with most mind-bending twists. Sam Esmail simply created a masterpiece. The dynamic and complex plot, attention to detail, writing, cinematography, and the performances of Rami Malek, as well as the rest of the cast, are simply incredible. Every moment of the show is carefully constructed, from the camera shots, sound work, to the art that is hanging on the walls. Everything about it was so perfect.
You follow drugs, you get drug addicts and drug dealers.
The Wire. Created by former journalist David Simon, the show explores the interconnected worlds of law enforcement, drug dealers, politicians, and citizens of Baltimore, Maryland. What makes The Wire stand out is its attention to detail and commitment to realism. Simon's experience as a crime reporter shines through in the show's authenticity. The characters, setting, and situations are all incredibly believable, and the show doesn't shy away from portraying the gritty and often brutal realities of life on both sides of the law. The Wire is brilliant. There are very few shows that can show the complexities and reality of the real world. This is very closely aligned with how people genuinely act and behave in places filled with poverty, drugs, and racism. This show demonstrates so much truth in America that it is quite a bitter pill to swallow. Overall, The Wire is a masterful example of television storytelling. It rewards careful attention and offers compelling entertainment, making it a must-watch for anyone interested in crime dramas. Before we reveal our first pick, let's look at some honorable mentions, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Arrested Development,
Excuse me? Hello?
Dad!
Oh my god. Oh, there is kind of a girl here. Didn't say it was your cousin.
No.
The OA,
7 years ago, when she went missing, she was blind.
Mom?
The Sopranos, Legion,
I told you they took her.
Sydney Barrett, the girl who disappeared.
She didn't disappear. She took my place, and I took hers.
Wait.
Attack on Titan,
Vielleicht können wir sie retten. Alle.
Number 1, Dark. Dark is a German sci-fi thriller series on Netflix that revolves around time travel, family secrets, and the interconnectedness of 4 families in a small town called Winden. The first thing is hats off to the writer and the cinematographer for making a show that has cemented its place as one of the greatest shows of all time, a true genius mind. How can one make a show like this? No way. There can be nothing like Dark ever. A true masterpiece of time travel, storytelling, stellar cast, stellar acting, stellar music, and what else? Everything about Dark was so perfect. How can you make so many connections and then start connecting them from multiple timelines without making new timelines? That's pure genius. Making this the most layered and complex TV shows ever made. This show is just beyond exceptional. I was literally awestruck after seeing the finale. I wonder how these creators managed to create such a unique script with all the complex twists and turns, yet presented it so beautifully to its audience. Dark is without a doubt the best TV shows ever made, and there are 10 best most layered and complex TV shows ever made. Thanks for watching.